This is topical issue once more, and today's topic is, why does it happen that way? I am going to talk about things that have been happening to different countries in Africa, in Asia, and the results have always been negative. I'm talking of Africa from when we got independence. Congo got its independence, and the first president, Patrice Lumumba, took off very well. Suddenly he was removed. After some time, the one who was there stayed for a while, was removed. Congo was on a downward spiral. It's now that it has again started recovering. I had an uncle who worked in Libya, and he told me about the economic situation at that time. It was thriving. Economically, it was doing well. Well, there happened to be an issue, and the president was seen as a dictator, and he was ousted. Now you can be able to look at Libya, and it is a pale shadow of what it used to be. A country like Syria, very robust, now full of chaos. There was a time when the people of Somalia decided to remove a president that they saw was a dictator. Up to now, they are still trying to settle down. It has been a downward situation. Afghanistan, the country that was the United Soviet Socialist Republic, took over. When it left everything in shambles. Then there was a rescue mission, and again the rescue mission could not be sustained. A pale shadow of what it used to be. So I've always been asking myself this question. Why is it that when there are rescue missions, the countries are left in a downward trend? I was wondering, is it the people of the country who are left there that are unable to pick up? Is it those who go to help that leave them without giving them a direction? Or is it that they don't have homemade solutions? It's a wonder that these things happen. Countries that were robust, and suddenly they are left tottering at a brink of economic collapse and anarchy. Another example is Iraq. There are improvements, all right. The whole world stood up and went to rectify a situation. But still, when you look at it, it's a pale shadow of itself. So I may not be very conversant with politics, but I keep asking politicians around the world, what happens? I always like giving African countries as examples. There was a time when Africa was the most chaotic continent, but it is calm in most places. Like, I would not say totally calm, but in most places. And countries that were in turmoil have shown us examples of homemade solutions. I always think of this country called Rwanda and what it went through with minimal assistance from any country of the world. It was to pick up with its homemade solutions. a shining star in East Africa. Another country I always have in mind is Uganda, because I saw after Amin Obote, and then what the fracas that followed. It was getting to that situation. It got up and is standing tall. So maybe this is a message of encouragement that the countries that are experiencing this, because the other time people would look at Europe, would look at America, would look at those countries, but this is small countries that have struggled through problems similar to those ones. Is there anything you can be able to emulate so that you can also be an example like those countries have risen? They are a shining example, beckoning to the world, beckoning to places where problems have been, turmoils have been, but the people are finding it difficult to rise. That, see, we were there, we've made it, we're on top again. You can also make it. This is an encouragement to people from those countries. Do not lose hope, because you can be able to pick up. You can be able to bring in homemade solutions, and some solutions borrowed from neighboring countries and the well-wishers, but the biggest solution comes from you. You can be able to make it, but the question still remains, why is it when a cure for a country's political situation is administered, most of the countries end up having ill effects than they were prior to that? This is something that the politicians of the countries of the world should look into. It's not something to be ignored, because it's a worry for the other countries of the world. They always know that if there is something happening, you may never recover, or it may take you a very long time before you recover. And for the leaders of the countries that are stable, we thank you for keeping democracy, keeping them stable, but always have your country at heart. For the people elect you there to get donating their powers to you to take care of them. Make sure that you do your level best, and they will always support you, because they can see examples like that and would not also like to go down that way. Countries of the world, what happened? Why do things go that way? That is my take for now.